It feels a little less special being on set than it was when I was 12. But at other times, I have a much greater experience because I'm older.
Hi, Roman. Thank you so much for chatting today. I can't wait.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure.
So, The King of Kings, what was it about this script that initially drew you in?
Well, initially I was offered it, which is quite big for me. So that initially drew me in. I mean, I'm a big fan of Dickens. I love Dickens. And I think he's very good at writing children's roles. And it had such an amazing cast. I was very lucky to be offered it and to be a part of it.
Did you get to interact with, Kenneth Branagh, Mark Hamill, or was it mostly solo?
I sadly did not. I saw the cast and I was thinking, oh, maybe I get to meet him. And no, it's just me alone in a booth for 3 days.
Stop. If it's not about a king, then I'm not interested.
I go through a pattern of just watching a series of films by a certain director or an actor. And I don't know, I just subconsciously have all these questions for them. And then when I do get the opportunity to meet them, I'm so bloody annoying. I just, won't shut up. This and that and that. And I've learned so much from all these actors and directors I've met. So much. And I think my acting's changed quite a lot since I've been able to meet them all. Because it's become like a proper craft now. I didn't see it so much as a craft with kind of different ways to go about it and different ways of doing it. And I guess I've been kind of enlightened on that.
Would you say that there's one resounding piece of advice that you remember from an actor that you've worked with or a director?
Certain actors improvise because, they're comedic geniuses, and certain actors improvise because they don't feel comfortable saying their lines. And the reason they don't feel comfortable is because they don't know them off by heart. And that's what built on them. So he says that, you start feeling more comfortable saying the lines, not because it's well written, but because you've learned them. That was his biggest tip to me. And not to take drugs.
Become a pop star and they give you them for free.
How would you say that you've grown as an actor since your breakout role in Jojo Rabbit when you were 11 or 12?
I'm now in a different kind of age bracket, which is actually a little trickier, but it means I can go up for roles which are not so limiting. I was very lucky with Jojo because it's such a brilliant role, but they don't come around, the roles like that for kids, for young adults. And now I'm growing up, I'm starting to kind of get more material that is a bit more, that has more complex characters in which I could play. I've learned a lot about, sometimes it gets a little less special. It feels a little less special being on set than it was when I was 12. But at other times, I have a much greater experience because I'm older and because I know more about this and that and how to do something in a certain way. But it's kind of lost its magical sense in a way since I was 12.
By the time you're 60 odd, you'll be like, this whole thing.
Today, you become a man.
With your role in Jojo Rabbit and also Silent Night in 2021.
Yes.
Which, both of them were really darkly comedic roles. How much of that was improv? Because you mentioned improv a minute ago.
On Jojo, there was a lot of improv, and that was so fun to be around. Especially with all the funny German accents, it was hard to keep it together.
Who was the best kind of coming up with stuff off the cuff?
Sam Rockwell, I think, and Stephen Merchant. But they're very good at kind of improvising, but still sticking to the structure of the scene. I've got a video I think it's on my mum's phone or something, when we were doing Jojo, and he'd tell me, hey, kid, just run down there, run. I said, okay, so I'd run this field. I think, what am I doing? All of a sudden, there'd be a lasso around me, around my legs, like I was some sort of castle, and he'd lasso me. And before he left, he came up to me and my brothers. They've got twin brothers, and I'm not a triplet, but I have brothers who are twins. And he gave us boxing gloves, and he went, "Don't tell your mum, but have at it." And it was great.
Your mum must have been like, Sam Rockwell, why would you do that?
I don't know. I think she had a crush on him.
Don't get any ideas, kids.
With both of your parents being in filmmaking and in the industry, was acting always a natural path for you from a really young age? Did you just know that's what you wanted to do?
Well, I told them when I was 9, I was like, I really want to act. And they were like, well, excuse my language, but tough shit, you're not gonna. And I said, I went, okay. And anyway, I nagged them for 2 years. And then they were like, they reached out to agents. I made videos to try and get an agent. I owe everything, every job I've ever gotten is because of my mum, because she helped me so much. And she helps me so much when I'm doing the job as well. But yeah, I'm quite good at, taking crap from directors because I didn't take so much crap from my mum, but she built me up.
The benefit of having your
Yeah.
mum, the director.
Benefit of having a strong mother.
And what's next for you? Where do you see your career going after this?
I really don't know, and that's the kind of scary part about the industry. I've done four films that I think are coming out this winter or early next year. King of Kings being one. And I'm very excited. I'm hoping that the momentum of these films will land being my next job. I've done meetings of things, but I don't know. Nothing's conclusive.
Yeah.
I might be working in the pub next year. I hope not. But I mean, there's nothing else I want to do. And I don't see myself doing anything else just because I don't have the will to do such hard work. I mean, acting is quite literally the easiest job in the world, and I'm a bit too used to it.
So many people would say no. I mean, acting is the hardest job in the world.
I enjoy it so much, and each time I'm there, even if I get stroppy or I'm tired or whatever, you have to take a minute to go, God, I'm so lucky, because it's like football. Like no one gets to be a football player. So when you are, you have to really let it soak in.
If there was a 8-9-year-old kid out there who's like, I really want to be an actor, do you have one stand-up piece of advice that you would give them?
You have to work really, really hard to actually get the job. I still get told off for not working hard enough by my mum, my agents. I need to. I mean, you can always work harder, and it's just it's like everything else in the world. It's like talent. The talent won't get you anywhere. It's like a minimum, right? It's really hard work just to get into the industry, and it takes so much work that you have to be willing to do. And if you're willing to do it, you should 100% go for it.